top. No trouble, upside down, David Muir. Steven Lyons will win the King's Challenge. Lights are out, Mount Gambier. Here we go. The time for talk is done. State title on the line. Brad McClure, Robbie Foe starts alongside the Aussie champ from position 4. Have a look at them. They fox each other on the front row. The Revs, two youngsters of our sport. Green off turn number 4. We're set, we go. There got the start he wanted. McClure stood up on 2 wheels. Down the back straight first time. Heinrich and McClure. Foe coming into equation also. There goes Heinrich on the inside. Foe nearly turns himself. O'Hearn to the high side. One into the fence. That'll be the 63 car of Paisley. Into the concrete. McClure giving chase. Foe nearly turns himself. He's done that twice up there. Has to be careful, otherwise he'll end up turning himself. Heinrich on the inside. Gardner starting to make it from the tail, but we're into the race. We're 22 from home. Heinrich on the inside, back to McClure, Foe, Gardner, that is Mark Gardner, O'Hearn, Brumfield, back to Nitschke, to Goldie and Flatman. Nick Dander sitting outside, waiting to come in, also Watts as well. But it's up to the front straight, 21 from home. Barrier race leader Anthony Bear, car number 46, new paint scheme for 2014-15. As Foe goes high, McClure back on the inside. Back to the next one in Gardner, back to Brumfield, O'Hearn. So O'Hearn now, oh, a bit of touching going on. O'Hearn's ripping the panels off. Pin it or win it. Notice the Watts car, they have changed tyres left, right and centre. Brumfield exits stage left. First casualty, as we say that, Heinrich passes. Reese Heinrich to the lead. Car number 48 on Bear. Back to Foe, McClure, they're having their own ding-dong of a battle. Back to Gardner, back to O'Hearn, back to Nitschke, to Goldie, and Dan now moving in. Mick Dan, car number 0. Moving into the equation on the inside of the Goldie. The bomb disposals number 0 coming into the equation. As we say that, up in turn 3 and 4. Bear on the inside, 18 from home. Make that 17 from home. So Heinrich, Robbie Foe sitting back there, Brad McClure. Back to the next one of Gardner. Back to Dan, notice Flatman running into trouble. Heinrich on the back of it, a lot of smoke coming out of the back of the 12 car. In fact, he'll bring on the caution. Just when when everybody was going, I'm going to get my equation back here. It's going to go non-stop. Darren Flatman brings on the caution. It's the last 5 or 6 laps. The first part of the race, don't pay a dime. Set, we're away. There he got the jump that he wanted. Heinrich chases McClure. And Foe go back at it. Now, if you're not careful, hello, welcome to the equation. Robbie Foe now starts showing his hand. 16 from home. Robbie Foe now starting to apply the thumb screws. McClure back to 4th, back to Hearn. Shifts Gardner aside. Mick Dan said, well, you're going to shift him, I'm going to help you. So Mick Dan now starting to come into the equation. As well, sneaking up also Jason Jewell back in the pack, a lot further back than he would like. Atkinson gets shifted aside by Jason, Race and Jewell, but it's Bear out in front. Have a look at Foe, 14 from home. 14 laps from home, McClure. They're all working the high side of the racetrack. There's only a couple of guys down low. Bansmere chucks it in on the inside of Wallace. He's not careful. Gardner will go on past. Foe, he's done that 2 or 3 times up the top of the racetrack. Not too sure what he's trying to prove. You're not driving a super rod, my friend. You're driving a street stock. You can't drive them like you stole them. And just as we say that, car 25 coming to a standstill. Pulls it infield. I'd say a tyre is gone. McClure on the inside of Foe. Back to O'Hearn. Down the back chute we travel. Another flat tyre. That is on the Atkinson car. That will go to the infield. So Bear and Heinrich have a look at McClure. On the inside, he's going to take O'Hearn with him. So McClure trying to get that last spot on the podium. He's not careful. He'll leave the door open for Morris O'Hearn. Mick Dan on the inside. Foe trying to come back. They come up on the back of the lap cars. This is where you apply your craft. Coming up on the back of Cox, also Forrest and Paisley. They come up on the back of them. 4 wide. No, beg your pardons, back in the pack. The race is on for 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. That is between O'Hearn, McClure, Foe and Dan now coming into the equation. Nitschke against the concrete. Watts is going sailing on by. So Bear comes on through on the inside of Cox. He's got a bit of a break when he needs it though. And the break was that the lap car got out of the way. Forrest is pulling the car inside. There's a bit of steam coming out of the back of it. So we've got 6 laps from home this time around. Heinrich on the inside of the 2 lap cars. Swings on by. Now that has helped. There's another lap car, which is the Paisley entry. Will be the lap car between 1st and 2nd. Long way back. McClure's got 3 cars between him. Well, actually 2 of the lap cars. Back to O'Hearn, back to Dan. Now where's that other car disappeared to? Robbie Foe's pulled an infield, car number 1. Wonder where Foe had disappeared to. That is where he is on the infield. On the front stretch we travel. Bear still your leader, back to Heinrich. Now another car spluttering, which is the Paisley entry. Also Forrest has done the radiator. And also Mick Dan now sails on by. Forrest is in trouble. On the front stretch, Paisley now. McClure still a long way back to 3rd. Dan is all now coming into the equation. But as we say that, we have caution on the racetrack. Located on Paloma Road, Mount Gambier. This is tonight's A-Main. 4 laps to go. The lap car of Paisley. What would McClure be thinking at this point in time? Would be thinking, okay, as soon as the green, jump out of the way. We want to get to Heinrich. We want to get to him very quickly with 3 laps next time by. So Watts chews on the back of Bansmere. That was exactly what we wanted. We wanted Paisley to jump out of the way. McClure. Devilly for 3rd. Back to Dan. Mick Dan. The bomb disposal 0. Down the back straight, we've got 3 laps from home. 3 laps in tonight's A-Main. We get closer and closer to the conclusion of this one. Bear, Heinrich. Back to McClure now. McClure swung it in high. Heinrich on the inside as Wallace exits stage left. He will be filthy with that one. White flag. We have caution on the racetrack. That is why car number 58, the Nitschke car, I would say has broken something in the front end of that car, or it's just come to a standstill. We're away. So McClure up high. What's he going to do? Try and swing around the top. If he's not careful, Mick Dan will go sailing on by. McClure's got the foot to the floor. White flag out. 1 lap remaining. McClure wants in. He'll swing it up around the top. Checker to come out this time. Off turn number 4, Checker to come out this time. Bear will get it. Heinrich for second, McClure for third. Back to Dan, back to Watts, back to O'Hearn, to Goldie, Bansmere. Gardner, one of those, Jason Jewell, Lloyd Wallace. Also the Cox entry and Nitschke. How about it, Mount Gambier for Anthony Bear? Have a look at the Bear fan club. Is he going to do a TK, I wonder? The old Zanardi style. Have a look at him, turn number 2. Your state title holder. Don't forget presentations of tonight's race meeting done in the pit area. We'll talk to our top 4. Mick, Dan, Brad McClure, Reese Heinrich, and also Anthony Bear. Do you think the Bear camp are not happy about that one?